So when we're salsa dancing, the issue comes up that I'm always talking about, which is that women want a little bit of that emotion, guys. You can be the guy who doesn't have the moves, but you give a little bit of emotion, and you give a little bit of motion with your body that's improvisational, and then the women are going to have more fun with you than with anybody else. I just had some dances with a friend of mine, and his body language is actually, his love language is touch. And so I go to the salsa dance to meet up with him sometimes. His wife is so generous. She lets him dance with women, and he just heals me because he shows his love through touch, and it's never inappropriate, it's never like groping stuff, but it is full body, in allowing himself to feel his whole soul through his movement and his touch. And so I want to encourage you that you can be more emotional in your touch, even when it's not a woman you're dating, even when it's an older woman. And you can just give a little bit of emotion, give some more smiles, say some nice things to her, because when you do that, you really make women happy. Like, we're really not there to do everything proficiently. Like, the guys are always just like, oh, I've got to be such a perfect salsa dancer and do all these fancy moves, and she's got to do that too. And really, she could care less. I mean, not totally. I mean, we like doing those moves too because they're fun. It's an emotional ride, though, if there is some emotion. But if there's no emotion, guys, if you're not going to give a little heart, a little joy, a little love, you're like robots. Seriously? We'd rather dance with us other girls, and ourselves in the mirror, because everything, the 95% that we don't see, is an emotional universe. It's a feeling universe. It's a sensational universe. It's a vibrational universe. And if you go about doing your motions of your life for money and for power and for perfect dance moves, you are on the rind. All you guys are is you're just a little bit of the 5% of existence. And you know what? Us women, we live in the 95% of everything unseen. We do. We live in the the miracle that makes all of this. And you got to join us there, guys. Join us in the emotional land, okay? You don't have to be married to us to be emotional. Just find your passion and your gratitude and share a little gratitude, okay? Don't be one of those salsa leeches. These guys that come and they stand against the wall year after year, taking in all the beauty around them and watching, never learning to dance, never asking any woman to dance. That's called being a salsa leech or a salsa vampire, okay? Just ask the women to dance, and you don't even have to touch her. You can just dance separately, but look at her and smile and give her compliments, or move your own way, let her follow in some other dance way that you've made up, because really all the women want is to connect, and we want to feel valued for having gotten all dressed up and coming out there. And the last thing we want to have to do is deal with a bunch of guys leaning against the wall, drinking their damn drinks, and not even asking us to dance, because it's humiliating for a woman to get all dressed up and not be treated as beautiful. Tonight, what I did, I danced a lot with a lot of friends, and it's taken me a long time to get friends there. I had to deal with not having friends for a long time, and it was painful. But now what I do, if I want to dance, I just freaking go out there and start dancing alone. If I have to dance alone, I will, because it's that movement of your own body. Guys, free yourself up. Find your inner feminine. Would you freaking please listen up? Okay, good. I'm glad I got you all encouraged, okay? Yeah, women love that. Just be a free, wild spirit. Just engage, okay? Just engage. You don't need any moves. The only move you need, the only moves are emotional. Okay, this is the message of my show this month. Okay, much love. Do you love women? Do you? Ask yourself, do I love women? Do I love femininity? If you do, stop asking her to be a guy, okay? Stop competing for the girl job When she's got her moon time, for freaking sakes, like, get her a hot water bottle. And when she's really all emotional, instead of getting mad at her about it, say, oh honey, you're cycling with the moon. I love you for getting big and getting dark and getting emotional, and you need a rest, you need a massage. Love the feminine. Right now we're having an epidemic, okay, of women all around you who've become men. They look like women, some of them look real pretty, but if you feel like you don't even know what a woman looks like anymore, feels like, it's because women now have found that it's not even safe to be feminine. People don't like us when we're feminine. They're afraid of our emotionality. They're afraid of our spiritual awakening. They're afraid of our wildness and our improvisationalness. They're afraid that we follow our instincts, and they want us to be men like. They're always asking us to be more linear and get things done in their way. And do you love woman? Do you love femininity? Do you love juiciness? Do you love emotion? Do you love love? If you do, darling, then treat her like you love her, instead of like you're competing with her or you want her to be different, like, and more like you. I mean, here's the question. Do you want a relationship with a woman who's just like you, who's just another guy? Because there's a lot of women out there. You can have that, and then you'll get to be the girl. I mean, it's an epidemic here in New England, because in New England, where the women were burned at the stake as witches for 6 million women over 700 years, it's what's happened is there's this instinctual terror of being beautiful, of being sexy, of being wild, sexy dancer, of being a slut, of being a healer, of being an herbalist. We're terrified of anybody finding out that we worship the earth or the goddess. So we have made ourselves into men, better men than men are. That's what we women have done to protect ourselves. Do you love woman? Do you love femininity? Could you handle that? Could you evoke femininity and make her feel safe? Make her feel loved for her esoteric ways, and for her ways of connecting as an oracle directly with the divine? Can you not be afraid of her when she's completely connected to the snake of Kundalini in herself? Could you, instead of being jealous of that, could you support her in it? I think you could. I think it's time, because you as a man are no longer afraid of your inner feminine. You're starting to learn that you can be that connected. You can be that emotional. You can be that free. And that allows you to allow her. But we have this situation where most women you date are guys now, and their sexuality has become very crass. They just want to fuck. They want to get another quick date. They just want to discard the next guy for more entertainment, because they've become men inside themselves. They've aligned with their inner masculine, which is more about entertainment and conquest and competition over with other girls. And do you love the feminine? Because if you do, love. She wants real relationship. The woman in you, as a man or a woman, she actually wants real love. The kind of love that people have for their children, that doesn't go away, that is so deep and so powerful and so profound that it lasts into through all kinds of changes. Do you love the feminine? Can you love the feminine? Because if you can, you're going to love growing. You're going to love what's called the imago match, which means that the woman is not easy. She doesn't just, like I have a friend of mine who's disappointed me so badly, because he all he wants to do is date women that are easy and chill. He calls them chill. Because he doesn't want to have to do emotional work. He calls being around me hard, miserable, because I make him grow emotionally all the time. He doesn't like that. He doesn't want to have, it's just work, But the feminine, if you can love the feminine, she can't bear not growing emotionally. She can't bear your bullshit without calling you on it. She can't bear being disrespected. And the beauty of being around a really powerful, sweet, kind, loving woman is that she's gonna She's going to make you think more deeply all the time. All the time you're going to be in your passion because you have to wake up to the truth of vulnerability. She's vulnerable and she's present. And so can you love the feminine? Can you love presence? Being here now where there's no agenda to get anywhere else. There's no goals to accomplish. There's no need to gain power because the power of connectivity and love is more than enough. Can you love the feminine? Yes, of course you can. You do already. When you feel love, it's because of the feminine. It's the feminine in you that loves and feels freedom and passion and joy for no reason except for that is the reason to be here. There isn't any other reason. It's not really to accomplish your degree at college. It's not really to find that money that you in a better car. Those things are fine to want to achieve. They're fine to have a desire to own a house and all that, fine. But none of that is the reason. You've got to have fun along the way, or else the feminine is going to find you boring. You might find her like, oh, chaotic, and she's so overwhelming, she's so intense, she's got so multidimensional. When is she ever going to just calm down and make life simple? And, but what she's going to say about you is you are no fun. All you think about is your little agendas and your little things you're trying to get done, and could she just hurry up? She's going to be like, he doesn't know how to enjoy life. He doesn't enjoy me. He doesn't know how to touch along the way and say romantic things that make you laugh along the way, so that the whole journey is already fulfilling because it's full of love. So what are you going to do about all those masculine women out there? You can draw them into their feminine, make them feel safe. You can say things like, I love your smells. I love your juiciness. Instead of talking about her diet and worrying about if she's losing weight or not, do the opposite. There's this guy in the club tonight. I love him because he's this African guy that, he's really kind and polite to all the dancers, even the older women like me. But when he's dancing with a big, juicy woman, oh my God, he's just overcome. He's so turned on by big, juicy women. Like, they gotta be bigger, plumper. Can you connect? Can you see, like the matriarchal cultures that, the African cultures, some of the Latin cultures that love the feminine, the Peruvian culture, they love woman, they love her shapes, and they make her feel fantastic. Can you love the woman as she is? Can you get out of your linear focus of just wanting everything to be more masculine, more hard, more skinny, like you? God, you're missing out, darling. So be brave, okay? Connect with your inner feminine. And those women who are men inside, no matter how pretty they are on the outside, to be in a relationship with one of them, you need to be the feminine. And is that what you want? Because if you want to contact your deep core masculine, you need to evoke the feminine in women by loving the feminine instead of putting her down. You need to stop being so afraid of her, okay? Afraid. That's what's going on. It's fear of the feminine. The women themselves are afraid of their own feminine. That's because it's an epidemic on the planet. The same thing that would decimate the earth is absolutely, suppressing the joy and the love of her juicy wildness of the witch. Okay, if you can love the witch, you're headed in the direction of the feminine. Because women are witchy. There you are, so mystical and so emotional and so mysterious and so in touch with things that are unseen. Love you.